Hail, happy Monday. We're going to start out the week with a distillery review. Trenton, we have Silverthorn. Drew was very kind and sent all of these to us.
Thank you, Drew.
All four of them. Thank you, Drew. Drew was, and if you recall, the CEO for Sagamore for a good number of years, probably
That's
almost
right.
a decade.
I remember he was affiliated with Sagamore in some regard. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now he is the man in charge here of Silverthorn, and it's more of a boutique sourcing higher aged whiskeys, some what they refer to as nano-blending.
Interesting.
Hey,
Whatever
you
that
didn't expect me to use that word, did you?
I never thought I'd heard that term in my life.
Basically, they have smaller blends. You know, they do have the single barrel stuff. We'll get to that a little bit, but in their blending, it's less than 10 barrels
Okay.
for each release.
I like that term though. That's kind of cool, nano-blending.
Everything is aged. Every whiskey is non-chill filtered.
Thank you, Drew.
I mean, so everything they do there at Silverthorn is driven towards a quality, engaging sip.
Have I had this before?
We did a video on one of their prior 13-year releases, a 13-year bourbon.
What am I thinking of? It was that like 10 or 13-year American single malt that was. Do you remember what that was?
Not off the top
It
of
was
my
like a black. It was like a black label too. I can't remember. I think I got those mixed up. Okay. Anyways.
Before we get to all this and all the tasting, we got some big news. Okay, they're
Massive
news. Stand by. Kyle put in that breaking news. Right?
Yep.
Here you go. I'm gonna have back surgery on Friday. It is what it is. It's nothing. It's not a big deal. They're going to go in and they said 2 little incisions. They're going to go in and trim off the bit of disc. It's not a bit. It's a blob.
Yeah.
The guy said it's just too much. So you're going to have to go in there and trim it off and do some things. So it's not like it is outpatient. So I'm in and out. But I don't know what recovery time is going to look like. Once again, we're going to have to cancel our live stream at the end of this month.
Well, not really.
Not yet, but the 29th, right? That's would have been the last Friday of the month.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I'll be out of town, unfortunately, so we won't be able to do it then.
Well, also, I don't even know what my recovery thing's going to look like. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what
a lot of stuff's kind of up in the air right now.
So we thought it best.
No, go ahead.
We thought it best to have an impromptu live stream this Wednesday. 2 days from now, guys. 2 days.
What is today?
I think we're going to call it pre-surgery live stream.
Pre-surgery live stream. So this upcoming Wednesday the 17th.
Wednesday the 17th, just a couple days.
We've never done this before.
No, but I feel bad because we missed last live stream.
Yeah.
Because of me. So now, got all the other things going on. We don't want to miss another month.
No, we can't do that.
I'll promise you come July, we'll get back on track with our regular schedule. Yes. So Wednesday, pre-surgery live stream. We're not even sure what we're going to be doing yet. We haven't talked about it, but we'll
let us know in the comments if you want to see something. We'll
you know what? I think it's just laid back. It's a pre-surgery live stream.
Okay.
Let's just taste some things. We'll get the folks out here to tell us what you want us to do. We can make a couple cocktails if you want.
Okay.
We can sip some things.
Let's do that.
Drag some stuff off the
we'll
shelf.
Do that.
Whatever.
Just relax.
Well, yeah. We'll answer whatever questions that you have.
Yeah.
Most everything that you might ask, we'll answer. And just
good call on that one because I
know it's good. It came out of my mouth, and I'm thinking, okay, I might want to retract that a little bit.
Smart.
So at any rate, 7 p.m. though Central Time. We're not going to start at 8. It's a weekday.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for our West Coast friends. That might be a little tough. I apologize. When we get back on track, it'll be our regular time at 8 p.m., but it'll be 7 p.m. Central Time this Wednesday, 17th. Pre-surgery live stream.
Please join us if you
All
can.
Right, let's get back to this here. I'm looking forward to this. Now, I will say right off the bat, Silverthorn does not really have any whiskeys that are really below that $100 mark.
Okay.
So this is what they're trying to do here is aged products, again, delivered with quality in mind with a non-chill filter and the whole 9 yards. Let's get into it and we'll talk about it. Just because I haven't seen you in a while, I felt bad. I was supposed to go on some SLB, an event here in Ohio, the Ohio meetup, this past weekend here, and I couldn't make it just because the whole pain pills and this and that. It's just, man, I know I'm old, man, but I'm telling you, by 7 p.m., I am done to the world. But I'm up like at 5. It's weird. It's just, this whole thing is weird. So I haven't seen you in a while, so I'm going to start with a rye whiskey.
I was hoping that
starting with a rye whiskey for you.
I was hoping that the green label meant rye. Sometimes it doesn't. I've been surprised before, but I'm glad to see it.
Hey, this is their part of their Blenders Art series. I got some notes written down right here, guys. I'll read for you. This is a 10-year rye. It is $100. This is batch 1. These are all on sale, for sale on their website, Trent.
Okay.
So this one is $100 on their website. It's 113 proof. This is a blend of 8 barrels. Also, what I absolutely love what they're doing there, Drew and the guys at Silverthorn, is there is so much information, so much transparency on the label. I'll read it to you as quickly as possible as you check this out. 12% of the blend is a 13-year rye, 95.5 rye, 36% of a 10-year at 95.5 rye, 37% 10-year. Wow, 44% corn, 51% rye.
Ooh, low
and
rye.
And a 5% malted barley. So they threw in 37% of a 10-year,
A low rye, yeah.
Yeah, very low rye.
Okay.
And then 15% of a 10-year, 95.5. All from Indiana. Oh, that 95.5, the last one is a double oak.
Ooh, okay.
This is all this. Transparency. I love it. All this on the back label.
This is such just a quintessential rye. I do get a little bit of like a chocolate note in here. It does have very standard MGP rye. You get a little bit of that mint in there, but it's not like overbearing. It's really it's a soft rye. I don't know if that has anything to do with the low rye that they put in here because it's the highest mash bill that's in this blend, the low rye.
Mm-hmm.
But I do get a little of like a cacao.
I believe it seems like a barrel note to me.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Digging big time. Slight maple note that I'm coming up with in here and some sweetness.
It's almost like orange zest or like orange zesty sweetness. I get a little bit of a citrus. It's not like overbearing orange.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of those like chocolate oranges a little bit. I normally don't like orange in ryes.
This isn't heavy
preference,
though.
But it's not heavy.
Yeah, I didn't catch it at first once you mentioned it.
Oh, what was it proof? Oh my god!
I'm just savoring it. 113.
That's a beautiful proof point.
It's wonderful.
That is so well balanced.
Like everybody kind of on that lower rye type. This reminds me a lot of the Pikesville.
Yeah, but like with a little like a big brother to Pikesville,
but elevated. It really does. It's really good.
It's just it's so delicate. It's an elegant rye, especially for it. Not saying that there's anything wrong with blends, but I think I've had more unbalanced blended ryes than I've had really well balanced ones. I would say this is very well balanced.
Yeah.
I think everything on the palate kind of comes through on the nose comes through on the palate in some regards. I get a little bit of that double oakedness on this. I don't know if it's just me.
I wasn't going to say it.
I do get a little bit of that
because I just read it on the label, but I do too. That barrel note in there is spectacular. It really lends to the sip. I love it. So
that's divine.
Yeah. Once again, 10-year, $100. Let's move on.
What are we on to next?
Another part of the Blender series, Trent. This is a 10-year bourbon. It's $100 as well. This is also batch 1 available on their website. 115 proof. This is another blend of 8 barrels in this blend. The back of the label, I hit that real quick for you. 10% is a 14-year. 80% corn, 10% rye, 5% wheat, 5% malted barley from Georgia. A 68% is 10-year. 74% corn, 18 rye, and 8 malted barley from Kentucky. 22% is another 10-year at 51 corn, 15 rye, 34 malted barley.
Oh,
baby.
Wait, where's that one from? 34 malted barley?
Indiana.
Interesting.
So, also non-chill filter.
I don't know why I was just expecting kind of all this to be MGP stuff. But it's clearly not. Georgia, I have no idea. I think I've heard somebody gave me an idea of a distillery in Georgia that's doing the sourcing or where they got the barrels from. I don't think they're in business any longer, but don't quote me on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really intrigued with this 34% malted barley.
I'll tell you, I can pick it up on the nose, and I'm adoring it.
You can.
I'm a big fan of a higher count of malted barley.
It smells like a wicker chair, but in a really nice way.
Oh, it's just like it's
You know?
a rattan chair.
Rattan? What is the difference?
Yeah, I don't know, but it sounds better.
Shout out Mrs. Roytan, who was my high school guidance counselor. Man, she was a good lady.
Okay. There's a slight butterscotch in here. There's definitely some. I'm trying to really give you. I'm trying to be descriptive on what that malted barley is giving off, and I'm not catching it at the moment. I want to be clear on it because it's really good.
I'm struggling to really pinpoint exactly what the notes are. I want to say I get a little bit of like a roasted note in this a little bit. I don't know if that's from the
I love that, actually. It's like a slight chocolatey roasted coffee note. It's kind of somewhere swimming together there.
There was a scene in the original Willy Wonka where they have like these roasted cacao, like beans or seeds or whatever they call them from the pods.
Yeah.
And like the introduction of the movie. I don't know if Kyle can put that up there without it getting like copyright, but that's where my mind goes because it also looks a little bit like a little dusty or something like that. I'm gonna see if Kyle can put I'll describe this to you in Discord because I don't know that you'll be able to exactly know what I'm talking about, but it smells really nice.
It smells wonderful.
Dude, that bar.
Wow. That's large and in charge, man. That's rich and powerful on the palate.
That is like decadent.
Very. It's
I
rich.
will say I think I still get a little bit of sweetness. I will say this has a little bit more of like a grain influence for me. I think because the corn is so high, it's got 80% corn, 74% corn in the second mash bill, and then we're talking about 34% malted barley in the third mash bill. So this does almost remind me a little bit more closer to like a Frey Ranch type, where those grains are really accentuated in the sip.
In a most glorious way.
It is. It's not overly like raw grain or anything like that. It's really well balanced.
This is kind of a big boy bourbon, okay? This isn't one that you pick up and go, oh my, it's so sweet with caramel. You know, it's this and that. It's not that. This is a big boy bourbon. That whole note that we were talking about, that roasty coffee / chocolate all mingled together, is fairly predominant for me in a wonderful way. There is some slight sweetness in there, maybe some toffee and things like that in there as well.
I almost get like an amaretto, like an unsweetened amaretto, like an almond flour type of a note in here, because there is some sweetness, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's like confectionery. It's different. It's not a molasses or anything like that. I think that almond.
I love that amaretto.
Sweet almond is.
I retract what I said about the toffee, and I go with Trenton. I was trying to figure out what that slight sweetness was.
It's tough to pinpoint.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I'm right.
This is a thinker.
It is.
This is a thinker.
If you want to be puzzled by something.
That's a thinker. That's really nice. Before we move on to the next one, Trenton, there is one other one that's available on their website that I saw in their blender series. It's a Boo Rye. So we don't have that here, but you can look at it on their website.
I might have to buy it.
All right. Their finishing series.
Okay, I saw like the red or the burgundy, and I immediately went to like a Pinot.
Now.
A port.
And it's a port finished rye, bro.
Oh, no. Okay.
It's a port finished rye.
I didn't pick up on that.
In a minute, you can read on the back label here. I'll give you this is a 10-year port finished rye. It is at $100 as well. It's 100 proof, and it's a 6-barrel. It's a 6-barrel blend, and this one is also batch 1. All of these have been batch 1 so far.
This one's 100 proof, 57% 10-year Indiana 95.5, and then we're looking at 43% 10-year Indiana low rye, so it's 44% corn, 51% rye, 5% malted barley. A blend of straight rye whiskeys finished in port barrels.
Yeah.
Looks like there's 1,700 bottles total at 100 proof. Interesting.
Now listen, Trenton knows I love port finished rye. Yeah. This one has some big boots to fill because some of my favorites is Sagamore Port,
Cedar Ridge Port.
I was just gonna say we had fortunately was able to taste an amazing Cedar Ridge port finished rye barrel that we asked for on our picks.
Yeah,
it is unfreaking believable.
It is the best port rye I've ever had in my life.
Unbelievable. We're lucky to be able to get that. So got some big boots to fill. Let's check it out.
It smells lovely though. I am curious. I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit. Here, yeah. This is the lowest proof that we have up here today.
It is.
Man, that just screams port.
Yes, it does.
It reminds me of Christmas time.
It reminds me of Christmas cake, Christmas fruit cake type.
Oh
notes.
no, yeah.
I love that, dude. Love it.
For some reason, if like it's in my head, the two red berries with like the leaves, they're like spiky leaves. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Holly.
Yeah, is that holly?
I don't know.
I saw holly today or yesterday actually.
I'm kidding. And I couldn't imagine.
It reminds me a little bit of this. I don't know if it's that Christmas reference that I'm kind of talking about, but it's really like cozy.
Yeah.
I'm not one to like kick my feet up and put the old dogs in front of the fire and sip a glass of wine with my blanket and a book, but
well, that sounds amazing to me.
That sounds awful.
Minus the
to
wine.
me.
We'll
do a little bourbon or something.
A little bourbon or something in there.
Or this pour.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt this is a
oh, I love the fruit notes from the port too. This is wonderful. That is so smooth. I know we're not supposed to use the word smooth.
Yeah, who determined that?
Yeah, what was that all about? Well, we're not professionals, never have been, so I guess we can.
Well, yeah, we're
only professionals can't use it. That was legitimate. I know it's a rye, but it's a finished rye, but it's super smooth.
There's this like barkiness to it, like wood, like a tree bark or something in there.
Grounding it.
It's just so lovely.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I just got like a hug.
Yeah.
From Santa or something like that.
You're definitely getting some of those dark fruit notes. I referred to it some maybe even like a black cherry or something like that. Even.
Yeah.
It's darker on the red fruit type notes to it for me. It doesn't quite get to the dates and
no,
in some of the other port, like the one we had in the Cedar Ridge one was a lot of dates and races.
That was unfair. I'll get that.
Insanity, but that was a single barrel. That was a pick, understandably so. But as Trent mentioned, it does have some of those darker notes here too to ground everything as well. I think it's well done.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. I just so far right now, I'm super impressed with Drew and whomever that might be involved with the blending here, because they've done some incredible work here, in my opinion.
I initially was a little bit sad to see the proof point where it was at 100, considering all these other ones were like a little bit above 110. I think that is a beautiful proof point on that one.
Yes.
We're not professionals, obviously, but I think this is the perfect proof point for something like this. I don't think it needs anything higher than 100.
It's unusual for you to say that.
Which I never thought I'd say, honestly. Yeah, I did.
I agree with you. All right, last but not least, the single barrel series. Now, don't look. All right. I know what you're thinking. Trent, this is a single barrel. This is their batch 13B05. It's $130, but it is 13-year age stated. Again, single barrel. So one barrel. It's 117 proof. But Trent, this is remember we tried the 13-year bourbon that they had? That was the bourbon that they had.
Oh, is that the same one?
Georgia.
Okay, yeah.
This is a 13-year rye single barrel.
Oh,
you didn't know how all this is going to line up just for you.
I love Drew. Now
you can read the back. I didn't want to spoil that for you. I wanted to surprise you with that one. So on this particular release in their single barrel series, it is a rye whiskey and also available on their website.
So this is bottled. So there are 180 bottles in this barrel. This was 13-year Indiana 95.5. Mm-hmm. I do want to add. Well, I'll ask the question at the end.
Yeah.
Because I do have a question for the good folks that are watching. I'd love to know a little bit more.
All right. Check it out. I haven't tasted or smelled any of these prior, Trent, either.
That has such a mix between a maple and a praline type of a thing. There is a little bit of that like minty slight like spearmint, which I love. I think it's a really nice accent to the sweetness that is really prominent.
Very sweet. Really nice. It's got some bones to it. It's a that slight bit dusty. It reeks in that darker aromas, which is Wonderful.
For some reason, it smells like like pine cones, and I'm not exactly sure. Like pine cones with sap on it. I have no idea why that's good. Can you distill pine cones?
I don't know. Should try that sometime.
Dave, if you're watching,
No, he will too.
it smells lovely.
It is.
Just take me home. Just take me. Tuck me in.
Okay, well, guys, listen. One of the funnest things that I can ever do on a barrel pick is if we're actually choosing a rye whiskey. And we have some, available pours in front of us, and I taste one that I just know him and Kent are just going to just oogle and ogle about. I give up. I'm just like, okay, I already know this sip. I haven't had it before. I just took the one sip and I already knew what your impression was going to be. It's very good, guys. It's really good stuff.
This is like the best, and I don't know how it works anymore, because I know for NDPs and such, how it used to be. We looked into an NDP probably 3 years ago, and it was at like the height of everything. It was $6,800 for a 4-year MGP. It just was not economical at the time. I think how it still works is you just kind of blindly buy a lot from a producer that's doing contract distilling. I don't know if Drew is actually tasting these. I would love to know a little bit more if he's tasting them before purchasing them, if you have that information. But this is MGP does 95.5 so incredibly well. And of course it's a single barrel, so you're going to get differences regardless of the barrel. This is so good.
I took a screenshot. You proud of me?
Yeah, look at that.
This is just weird. But I did take a screenshot, and this is just a introduction on their website from Drew himself. And I'm going to condense it down, but they do single barrel curation.
Okay.
All right. And we scour the U.S. and the world for exceptional barrels to deliver to our customers of one-of-a-kind, memorable expression. So I'm going to have to assume, without talking to you directly, but I would be shocked if he's not tasting all these barrels. Or somebody that's in one of his top people. Because this is all great stuff. Now, let's get to some important discussion. None of these are cheap, as we started from.
And that's I did have a question.
And
it's kind of along
I'm
those
going to
lines.
put that in quotation marks. None of these are $20, $30, $40, $50. They're not. Okay. These start at $100. Seem to be the cheapest on the website, and the single barrel is $130. If my memory is correct, I believe the bourbon that we have that's in the whiskey tasting room, 13 year was $140.
I think, yeah.
One of the previous batches. So I don't think that's what Drew is looking for, though, is to try to deliver something around the $40 price point.
Yeah.
In everything and all of their website information, what's on their label, their transparency, they're trying to deliver a supreme quality product. And if you do that, it's not going to be a $40 bottle.
Yeah.
It's just not. So it's not cheap, but to me, I believe they're worth every penny of what he's asking for. Well, just in the quality of the sips that we had here. You're the customer as always. We're not, I'm putting my 2 cents in it of what I'm feeling that the whiskey is worth. Now, does that mean you're going to go out on the website right now and buy every one of these? You're probably not going to do that, and that's okay. But you can decide. But I think they're priced correctly.
I would agree, and I now have 2 questions, and I think one of my favorite parts is just the transparency part of it. I'm curious as a consumer, if you could please comment down below. I would love to know if you are more not willing, but more interested in purchasing a product, especially a source product, because I know a lot of times now there are brands still getting started, and I respect the brands that are getting started and everything. But are you more apt or compelled to purchase a product like, let's say, Silverthorn, for example, that has the transparency, the percentages, the ages, the mash bills, and the origin, maybe not the distillery that they're sourcing it from directly, but at least an origin, so you can kind of pinpoint where it might be coming from. Do you guys appreciate that? Are you more likely to purchase a product based on that? I know I am, just because and I know NDPs exist and everything in the industry, and I'm not discrediting that by any means. But it is cool to be able to see that some of the stuff in this came from Georgia. Like, that's because you hear Indiana and Kentucky a lot, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But the transparency is really neat, and then also the price points for these, like you said, they're not 30, 40, 50 bucks, whatever.
Right.
I also think they are very efficiently priced for what you're getting. Yeah. But are you guys paying attention to brands like this anymore that are doing that, like, $10 per year thing, that are sourcing, that are focusing more on premium? Because you can look at some buff turkey stuff that's going for $500, $600, $700 a bottle. I'm not a buyer for that. We're not a buyer for that. I don't know about you guys, but I think the stuff like this that is really highlighting.
You know how much buff turkey I have here in the basement?
None.
One.
You have one?
Yeah.
Which one?
That's a Buckner's.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and some dude mentioned me about it. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. And he goes, how about a trade? I just want one of your picks, one of your barrel picks. Well, that's the case. I'll do it. And that's how I got it. Or else, because Trent mentioned, well, I'm not a buyer for that either. I'm just not.
And I've tried several buff turkey stuff, and some of the pricing that it's going for, $400, $500, $600. I don't think that it's worth it. I would much rather steer my attention towards stuff like this that's transparent, that's more equitably priced or efficiently priced for what you're getting, which is premium in this case.
Yeah. I find all these to be, every one we tasted, I find to be of high quality, engaging whiskeys. You're the customer. You're going to figure out whether the price points work for you or not.
I will say I'm not going to go on the website and buy a case of every single one of these, but I will be going and buying one of each of these myself, because I think they're very, very good.
Let's finish it out, Trent. What's your favorite? Let's do. We always do this. I like them all, but what's your top to bottom?
I'd go with the 13-year rye first. I have to.
That's shocking.
I would say the port is my second.
Wow.
I think it is so well done. I would go with I'm going to have to do top three would be the rye. This would be the third, and this would be the fourth. I want to sit down more with this and figure it out, because there's some nuanced flavors going in there that I can't pinpoint.
Listen, what he just chose is not surprising to me, but this may be surprising to Trent. My first pick is this bourbon right here.
That's not surprising at all to me.
But that high barley counter, that I am just completely enamored.
There's a lot going on.
That's a big boy sip. That puts hair on your chest. There's a lot
I need
going
some.
on. It's completely enamoring to me. I really loved it. Of course, I have to go with this one next. And you know what? I might even go with this one and then the port.
Really, port last?
I don't know. These are like a tie.
Okay.
No, let's just put it that way. These are like a tie, but this is so good. I cannot put that second. That's the way it is. These are both great. We'll just put them there together.
None of these are bad. If you guys want to check out the website, we'll put it in the description. # not sponsored. We receive no money for this. So
no, none. We're thankful for Drew to send us these bottles.
Thank you, Drew.
We're receiving zero money, and what our opinions are completely honest and always will be honest and forthright. Will always be our priority.
Does Drew do picks?
Oh, I don't know.
We should do a pick. We should message him. We should do a pick.
We should.
See if we can do a pick. That'd be fantastic.
All right, guys. Go ahead. My bad.
We have a fantastic video planned for Wednesday. It's a bottle that arrived today. We're still waiting to do the wild turkey. Kurt's been just hammering.
Waiting for the bird to land, baby. We're waiting for the bird to land.
And we're a little bit behind the 8 ball on that, because Indiana's always behind the 8 ball. But we have a cool single bottle review for you on Wednesday. Do not miss the live stream if you're able to at 7 p.m. this Wednesday, the pre-surgery stream. And it'll be the only live stream that we do in June until our regularly scheduled programming for the live stream in July at the end of the month. We'll just be hanging out, doing whatever you guys want to see.
Love that idea.
Ask. Yeah, we've been talking about that. We've been talking about that for a while.
I am all in for that.
Yeah. So
all right, guys. That's all I got
that.
for you today. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. Have a fantastic week. See you next time right down here with Trent and me in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.